Has your dog been acting really strange lately? Has he been barking a lot more during the pandemic? Has she been shaking her fur like she just got out of the bath even though she is completely dry? Well, there's a reason our pups are acting all kinds of weird lately. So let's bark about it. Hey all you doggo lovers, I am Bernie Zilio and this is Alpha Paw, your destination for everything dog. I'm on a mission to answer every doggone question you have ever had about your fur babies. And today we are talking about why they're acting so darn odd in quarantine. So let me first ask you, have you been feeling stressed or anxious or sad in 2020? If you answered yes, congratulations! You are a human living through a global pandemic. But it turns out COVID-19 is also affecting our canine companions. No. They aren't getting sick from the coronavirus, but they are catching some major feels. As you may have guessed, our pups have a lot of emotions, just like us. You're probably familiar with your dog showing signs of excitement and that tail-wagging happiness we all love. But new research shows that dogs actually have a very rich emotional life and can also feel things like fear, anxiety, anger, distress, even disgust, which you've probably seen if you've ever tried to give your furry friend broccoli. Although, my pup loves broccoli. He's truly my son. But many of the strange behaviors we've been witnessing from our pets are actually a result of them feeling a lot of the same emotions we have all been feeling during quarantine. Not to mention, dogs experience mental illness at the same rate as humans. They can suffer from PTSD and even OCD, which might explain why your pup is excessively licking his or her paws. But before you take your dog to a pet psychiatrist, which is a real thing and sometimes necessary if these mental health issues manifest into behavioral problems, let's remember studies show that emotions are actually transferable between you and your pet. Like I said before, your dog can actually catch feels from you. Think I'm kidding? The scientific terminology is literally emotional contagion. So if you've been feeling stressed or anxious or even depressed, chances are your fur baby is picking up on those emotions and feeling them too. This phenomenon actually increases the longer you have your pup. Research shows that dogs sync their long-term cortisol concentrations, aka their stress levels, to their humans. So maybe we all need a quick little woozah before we worry our fur babies anymore. Ready? Do it with me. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feeling better? Okay, good. Because negative emotions like stress or anxiety can cause what vets call displacement behaviors in our pups. Displacement behaviors happen when dogs experience a lot of change in their lives. And no offense, but you being home 24/7 right now is a huge change that may be causing your pup some serious stress. I mean, think about it. Pets like routine as much as we do. They need predictability and some sense of control. Things like different feeding times, new walking and exercise schedules, and even extra attention in pets can all contribute to anxiety in our fur babies. I know, that last one is a hard pill to swallow for me too. While some of our doggos may be loving the new extra kisses and cuddles, other pets need time to nap and just be alone. Some dogs need their me time. So how do you know if your pup is struggling with the change of pace? He or she may be exhibiting behaviors like mounting, pacing, vocalizing, even scratching more. Other displacement behaviors can manifest in your dog shaking off his or her fur even when they're not wet, like I mentioned at the start of this video. Over-grooming, more territorial barking, and even yawning. Yes, yawning. Dogs and humans alike yawn more when they're nervous. Isn't that weird? Now, these behaviors will look different from pet to pet. For example, my dog, Sir Podrick, who we call Pod for short, has been acting all sorts of weird since my boyfriend and I have been home full time. I mean, I guess he could have been doing these things while we were at work and didn't know we were living with such an oddball until now, but I guess we'll never really know. Lately, Pod's been throwing full-blown temper tantrums on the couch. Huffing, puffing, thrashing his toys around, which is actually another common displacement behavior. He's also developed a very interesting habit of standing directly under our houseplants when I water them so that he ends up completely soaked. This dog loves water so much that he winds up doing wet zoomies all over the apartment and my boyfriend hates it. Watch this. Yep, he's a certified weirdo, but he's my weirdo. Now that we know why dogs are acting so strange, what can we do about it? First and foremost, give your doggy some quiet time. I know it might be hard, but think about it this way. We don't really ask our pups if they're in the mood for snuggles or to play ball or to learn a new trick when they're normally used to having all this alone time and getting in some solid cat naps. Also, vets recommend trying to maintain as much of their pre-quarantine routine as possible to give their day some structure. That means sticking to consistent feeding times, walking regimens, and yes, even when you show him or her all of your pent-up lovin'. Just a little bit of personal space and normalcy will help your dog feel safer, happier, and help them start acting like themselves again. And hey, that might just go for us humans too. Let me know what sort of weird behaviors your pups have been up to during quarantine in the comments section below. Again, I'm Bernie Zilio, and this is Alpha Paw. Be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss a single doggone episode. We'll see you next time.